All right, so we'll start with start with that before we call the meeting. As chair of the Penny Baker School Board, I find that due to the state of emergency declared by the governor as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and in accordance with the governor's emergency order number 12, pursuant to Executive Order 2020-04, this public body is authorized to meet electronically. Please note that there is no physical location to observe and listen contemporaneously to this meeting, which was authorized pursuant to the governor's emergency order. For the May 5th, 2020 school board meeting, we are utilizing Zoom meeting for electronic meeting. You can find the Zoom information on SAU website, www.sau48.org, located on the agenda in the announcements section, and also on the school's website on the agenda under school board section. It is also posted on the door of the school. If you are not able to access this meeting, please contact Kylie Kapp at kkapp@pennybaker.org. Okay. All right, call the meeting to order. Agenda review and disposition.
I'm all set, Madam Chair. It'll be unique because tonight, the last day of school and nominations, both those issues have to go into non-public because the last day of school has collective bargaining issues attached to it. So once we explain that and you make a decision, then we'll come out of non-public and make an announcement on the last day of school. And we'll do the nominations as a slate as we usually do. So if folks are listening, they just hold on. Penny Baker TV will go into what's called a waiting room, and then we'll come out as quickly as possible because I know folks are interested in the last day of school conversation. And I have one other, Madam Chair. There was a question that was brought up at the Plymouth School Board meeting last night regarding the tennis courts, and I can answer that question down under other business if that's appropriate.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. Approval of the minutes. Let's approve the slate of both of them. Do we have any changes to those minutes before we do that? Okay. All right. So a motion to approve the minutes from April 21st and the non-public minutes from April 21st, as well as, well, I guess we did approve the March, I don't know, did we approve the March 31st non-public minutes? I
don't think so.
Okay, so we'll
either with the packet.
Okay, so a motion to approve all three of those?
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Okay, great. All right, so Roger and Peter. So Janice, you want to do the roll call for us?
Janice, you're on mute. Okay, Christy?
I'm here.
Lisa?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Peter?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes.
Bonnie?
Yes.
Maureen?
Yes.
And Sam?
Yes. And I apologize. I just figured out how to get in because the link wasn't live. I finally figured it out. Apologize for being late.
That happened to me too.
Yeah, well, we'll talk to Michelle about that. That was kind of it was a PDF, so you couldn't click on it. So, but just for future reference, you guys know you just go to Zoom and type in the meeting, which is a lot. Yeah, okay.
I tried to click on it about 25 times. It didn't work at all.
Usually,
What college do you work at?
Okay, we don't have privilege of the floor. We don't have anyone for that. And superintendent report.
Madam Chair, all of my information will come in the different items, so I'm all set.
Okay, principal's report.
Mine too, Madam Chair.
Okay, discussion items, facility update.
Yes. John and his crew are busy cleaning the school. People have had an opportunity to come and get their things, and what hasn't been picked up has been bagged with people's names on it and is here for those folks. They don't really have to come into the building. They can come to the front area. But the cleaning is beginning. In terms of our facility project at the Park and Rec Garage, those trees that needed to come down have been taken down, and Andrew's Construction is beginning the site work. That's clearing out the stumps and things like that. So that project should be getting underway pretty soon. But the Pemmy Tree Works got in and took care of all those trees. So it really opened up that area, and it is going to have the effect that we want it to, which is really cleaning out that area and make it really look like part of the campus. Other than that, facility looks terrific. If you're coming down Highland Street and if you look off at the soccer lacrosse field, you've never seen a more beautiful field in your life. And that's not only just curb appeal. The field is in an unbelievable shape. We had done the deep aeration, and it's really brought both fields back, all the fields back on the entire campus. So everything looks really good if we ever get a chance to play again. So, so that's a facility report, Madam Chair.
Okay, great. Moving on to, does anyone have any questions for Mark about facilities? No, okay. Moving on to budget.
Dan Rossner and I, along with Bruce and his staff, Janice, are closing out POs and working with everyone on prorating payments and things like that. I'll be working with the police chief on our campus resource officer fee, also with Park and Rec on fees. That hasn't changed much because that's the grounds, and all those folks have continued to work. But we're looking at all of those things, and there will be a significant unreserved fund balance. So during the month of June, you'll have a conversation about how much you want to give back as unreserved fund balance and how much you want to retain, which is covered by statute, quite frankly, but that you can go to your maximum with that. But the idea that we talked about as getting that unreserved fund balance as high as we could in order to help the tax bills in the fall, I think we're going to have some significant help for people. And this is money that will be spread out in all 7 member towns. So it's not, it'll help across the board. Other than that, everything is fine on the budget front.
Okay, great. Any questions about the budget? No, okay. And then we've got support staff nominations and last day of school in non-public. Any other business?
I do. There was a question that came up with regard to opening the tennis courts, and it came up at the Plymouth Elementary board meeting last night, and Kyla was at the meeting with the Plymouth board. First, let me start by saying the health officer in the town of Plymouth has jurisdiction on health-related issues, and that's Tom Morrison, who's also our fire chief and a very reasonable person, I would add. But we have closed the tennis courts, the basketball courts, and the playgrounds. Tom did that sometime in late March, and he did it based on all the CDC guidelines. I know that there was mention of the loosening up of some activities by the governor, but we're sharing with Tom the recommendations from the U.S. Tennis Association, and the things that they're recommending is hand sanitizer, cleaning gates and nets, wiping down balls, all of those things, and that's really, you know, for places like a country club and things like that. We don't have that kind of staffing. So, and our facility, quite frankly, isn't monitored. So in discussions with the folks at Park and Rec, right now, they're not apt to open up that, but I will have I understand people want to play tennis, and I will have that conversation again with Park and Rec and Tom. But I did want to get to the question of, you know, why is the gate locked? So again, the call is with the local health officer. We can make our case, But again, it's Tom's using his judgment and also following the law. So I hope that helps wherever that question came from.
I have a question for Mark, Lisa. Mark, I've had this posed to me a number of times too in the community, that folks are just want to go out there with their kids and play tennis. And it seems to me that we're not a country club, which also implies we're not sharing a lot of space together and playing with lots of groups and teams. It's not that kind of a sport. It's just parents wanting to play tennis with their kids. And so it seems to me that of all sports would be a great social distancing sport. And, I don't know, maybe you can limit the number of people in there, but it seemed to me that was an odd thing to shut down.
Well, again, I'm not the health officer, so
Okay.
one of the things though that happened, and I was never offended by people shooting baskets, but what happened is it became a site where people congregated, and so from a couple kids using both baskets, it turned into 15 or 20 kids in a full-blown game a few times. And I think when Tom saw some of those things, he just sort of shut the whole operation down, quite frankly. And we, I advocated for keeping the playgrounds open because, as I saw at different times, a parent out with a couple kids and not anything, but apparently at other times of day, there were quite a few kids down. So Tom just said, hey, let's shut the thing down until we get some guidance. And again, this decision was late March, which is a different time during the pandemic than it is now. So I'm happy to give Tom a call and have that conversation.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Any other questions for Mark? Okay, moving on to board member concerns. Any board member concerns or any? Okay. No privilege of the floor. Okay, I need a motion to go into non-public.
I make a motion to go into non-public for the purpose of nominations and collective bargaining issues.
Second.
Maureen and Roger. Thank you, Roger, for listing those for me. I appreciate
Not a
it.
problem.
Coming from the superintendent, a support staff nomination, the slate of actual contracts for 2020 and 2021.
I move to as presented.
Thanks, Roger.
Nominate the slate.
Nominate the slate.
Peter, second. Okay. Janice, you wanna?
Sure. Lisa,
Yes.
Christy,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Peter,
Yep.
Roger,
Yes.
Bonnie,
Yes.
Maureen,
Yes.
Sam.
I abstain.
And Barbara.
Yes.
And you missed me. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Phil. Your vote is?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, coming from the superintendent and the principal, the last day of school will be May 22nd for seniors, with a May 29th deadline for missed assignments. For underclassmen, it will be May 29th with a missed assignment date deadline of June 5th. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Bonnie and Tim.
Do we need to add June 10th as the last day for the teachers?
June 8th, 9th, and 10th to do grades. And Mark, you said,
June 4th and 5th, they'll be working on NEASC, and June 8th, 9th, and 10th will be grading and wrapping up the year and preparing for next year.
thanks, Tim. So that was Bonnie and seconded by Tim. And Janice, if you want to do the roll call again, please.
Sure. Lisa,
Yes.
Christy,
Yes.
Tim, Peter,
Yes.
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Bonnie,
Yes.
Maureen,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Barbara,
Yes.
Phil.
Yes.
Okay, Peter?
I make a motion that the yearbooks for this year's senior class will be paid for by the district using money from their activity funds, which is primarily revenue generated by advertising in the yearbook.
Second,
Janice, you want to do?
Lisa,
Yes.
Christie,
Yes.
Tim,
yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Bonnie,
Yes.
Maureen,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Barbara,
Yes.
Phil.
Yes.
Lisa, one quick question on that. Does that, are there some seniors who already paid for that yearbook or some kids in the school it's already paid for? And that'll get reimbursed somehow, Mark? or-
Yes, Maureen, that will be, and also to let people know that we'll be mailing home checks on the field trips that got reimbursed, the senior trip and the music trip. So they'll be out in the mail tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Great question, Maureen. Thank you. And just an announcement that Principal Parsons will be working with the senior class officers for a potential graduation venue, and there'll be more to come on that. And
Lisa, if I could say one thing, I'd just really like to thank Mark and Bruce for the outstanding job they've done in this situation in dealing with the graduation and everything else going on.
Yeah, I second that. I think, thank you from a lot of people. You guys have done a great job.
Yeah.
appreciate it.
It's tough. There's nothing to run on. There's no track for this. It's all new stuff day to day.
It's interesting. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Again, I thank the faculty and for the work that they're doing with the students and the parents. They've been very, very patient, and it's tough work to try and do your job, keep the house together, and also teach the kids. So that's not easy stuff. So thank you to everybody out there.
Yeah, we should also thank the faculty for all their hard work online with the students, the seniors. We appreciate that as well. So I just need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Before you do that, Lisa, could I just ask a question? You made reference, I think maybe to Barbara's question or comment. For our next meetings, how will Michelle or someone email us the link and then we just click on that link? Or that didn't happen this time. That's why I was late. But what will be the process henceforth?
We're going to try and make it, Phil, so that we'll send you an email and all you have to do is click on the link.
Right. That's what had been happening. Okay.
Right. And so we'll double up our efforts to make sure that gets to all of you.
Okay. No, that's fine.
And will there be a specific place on the website that has that same link? Is there a way to make it real easy for anyone to join?
That I don't know. It's but I can ask that question.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And thanks, Phil. That reminds me, I should announce the future meetings, which will be May 19th, June 2nd, and June 16th. Mark, we don't have any intentions of changing those dates?
No, Madam Chair. I think you need them all just to keep yourselves and the public up to date with what's going on.
And I take it there's not going to probably be a retreat this year.
Well, that would be for the principal and the new superintendent, so.
Right. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Okay, so a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Dean and Roger. Okay, Janice, this is the last time.
Okay, Lisa,
Yes.
Christie.
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Bonnie,
Yes.
Maureen,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Barbara, and Phil.
Yes.